What up, my dudes, boys? I think Ken Roczen's bike smoked more than any of us on 420. That's saying something, bro. Oh, man. So, this just has to be talked about. One of the craziest, most brutal, weird, what the hell happened to the bike kind of crashes that I have ever seen before. So, he goes through the whoops after he jumps off of that crazy hip side triple thing that only a few of them were actually going for. Somewhat of a harsh type impact. Supposedly something happened to the, I don't know, something with the shock, something with the suspension, blew out or some bullshit. Really don't make a whole lot of sense, but even in the post from Ken Roczen, supposedly it was like some really rare, they've never seen something like that happen before type shit. And yeah, I thought the whole bike just exploded, basically. I thought his whole engine just shit the bed. But apparently it was suspension based, and they were kind of talking about it on the broadcast. I guess the reason why Roczen flipped over, I thought it was for reasons of something that it would have actually happened to the bike, did something to the power of the bike when all that smoke came out, and then it caused him to mess up in the whoops, or did something to the suspension where he basically all of a sudden didn't have the same suspension. But they were kind of saying on the broadcast that it was more like it started getting a bunch of some kind of I don't know, suspension fucking something all over the foot pegs that made them slick, that caused Roczen's feet to slip off the foot pegs. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what the hell even happened here. Very weird seeing that. I mean, just really weird. And even in Roczen's heat race, I think he stalled the bike out, maybe, I don't know. He tried to do the whole kickstart Kenny thing, and he was literally pretty sure he's leading his heat race, and then Ken Roczen gets in so many of these situations with this bike where it's what the hell's going on, He did do where he had to kickstart the bike back up in that really flat, weird, sharp corner after the whoops. But yeah, so this basically, Roczen's bike started smoking on 420. I mean, I guess the bikes have to smoke too now. Started smoking like crazy as soon as he came off that triple. And at basically worst possible timing on the track where a bike could have any sort of malfunction. They always talk about, oh shit, man, you don't want, your chain to come off or, whatever. When a lot of times bikes will be smoking just a little bit. They'll start smoking little by little by little, and then something will happen. Typically that's, within the coolant of the bike and stuff. There we go, Spency boy. Thought I was gonna be ride that out, baby. Little 12 o'clock, bro. There you go, little Roczen wrecking the whoops. Kind of fits the video here a little bit. But typically, anytime you see a bike smoke, rarely is it ever holy shit, it's smoking, and then the dude wrecks because of it, in the very next section. That's kind of rare for that to happen, regardless of the reason of the smoke. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's it's just kind of crazy. I mean, there really wasn't nothing Roczen could do there. He was looking so good, by the way. Oh my God. That really looked like Roczen was going to get up there and pass Tomac, potentially battle Tomac. That would have made a really cool battle between Jet, Tomac, and even Webb, with Roczen staying in it and getting up there like that. So yeah, either way, it kind of basically makes Roczen flip over the front of the bars, bounced off the bike, lands kind of on his knee. They also showed that crazy ass little snapshot picture of as soon as Roczen the bike really started smoking and it literally bent his foot all the way, bro. Pretty sure some of you guys probably saw that. Before he ever even flew off the bike, his ankle was completely, I'm talking front part of his foot was straight up and down, dog. Looked like his foot took all of the impact of one of the whoops or something. I don't know, but he ended up flipping over the bike, and at first I thought, like, I was actually there, by the way, in this race, seeing it, and in person it kind of looked like, well, like, oh shit, yeah, Roczen's bike's smoking, but I was thinking, oh, he'll get through the whoops. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never seen a bike smoke that much at once before. That was kind of gnarly. I ain't never seen something quite like that. You know what I'm saying? That was some Snoop Dogg level, 420 level fucking... I mean, it couldn't have been any more fitting the day of the race, bro, I tell you what. But, yeah, I honestly thought, oh, well, it'll be like all the other times that you see a bike smoke where, you know, it'll start smoking and they run like 3 or 4 more laps and then they have to just pull over or something like that. That's kind of what I was initially thinking, but... holy shit, Home Dog couldn't even make it through the next section. Like, I don't even know if Roczen ever even saw the bike smoking from his point of view. I have no idea, but I could see where he wouldn't have been able to see that, you know what I mean? But yeah, either way, he flips over and also lands on his knee. He showed the picture where his left knee was like literally like 3 times the size of his right knee. I don't know what the official injury report is on this, but damn, bro. Really sucks to see more of a like bike malfunction-y kind of thing happen here to these riders that really make this shit interesting, especially when Roczen's running up there and that good. I'm telling you, he looked just about better than anybody out there. He was hitting that big double that Chase Sexton had the boner air on. That almost looked like a bike malfunction in itself, or just, you know, KTM in itself being a bike malfunction. Just being on a KTM sometimes kind of seems like, you know, is a bike malfunction without even having a bike malfunction. But, you know, yeah, I don't know how Sexton just randomly, like, front end comes up that freaking high on a jump like that, but Roczen was soaring that thing out, dude. He was hitting that double, he was hitting the triple before the whoops, and he was also hitting the triple before what was supposed to be the Supercross triple, but they just made it a double. Why do they keep doing that? I know they thought it was going to be a mutter, but come on now. But anyways, so yeah, Roczen basically flips over, and honestly, when I saw this in person, I thought, Roczen will get right back up. Like, it was kind of a weird, like, it might have looked a little more crazy on TV, but, like, it really didn't seem like that brutal of a impact or that fast of a crash, you know? Like, I don't know. It just didn't, it didn't seem like he was, and I don't know how much he was hurt from, like, after the impact of landing off that triple, and then all the smoke came out, and then he went through the whoops. I don't know how much of the injury came from that part, and how much of it came from after he actually flew off the bike and landed kind of on one of his legs. It kind of stopped his leg a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of gets into that little bit of tearing, you know, whatever, ACL, PCL, MCL, whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Kind of gets looked a little bit kind of reminiscent of what could be something like that. But yeah, like I say, I don't really know. Sucks for Roczen though, man, because he's, you know, we all know he's kind of on his some of his final years here, and he's already been through the ringer of injuries to then go in here and have a freaking bike malfunction that's now going to probably cause some other kind of injury here. It's just like, really, bro? Like, damn, man. So, either way, I mean, that was a hell of a crazy looking crash. You definitely don't see that every day, where a bike literally just freaking starts smoking like crazy, and then the dude can't even get through the next section without flipping over. So yeah, apparently they're saying, though, it was something with the shock. Something, you know, I don't know, shock, some shit blew out. That's kind of the word of what happened there. So, really weird. Yeah, I don't know if that's just that particular team, Suzuki team type thing going on there, but I can guarantee you right now, a Star Yamaha is probably not going to do something like that out there. Just being straight up, like you know, some of these other teams, I know they have some bike malfunctions too, but it definitely seemed maybe a little bit more like I don't know, maybe not like a super top level factory team type bike malfunction thing that happened there. Can't necessarily say that would have happened on that particular kind of thing. Of course, they have all other kind of bike malfunction problems, but something that literally causes you to wreck like that in the middle of the whoops, that just seems kind of more like a privateer team type bike malfunction thing to me, with how instantly catastrophic it was. And Roczen really didn't even do anything wrong. I mean, yeah, he jumped that big triple right before the whoops, but like it wasn't like he way over jumped it, or, you know, I've seen him land 3 times that hard and not have anything happen, you know? So it really, I just don't see it as being something like that, like Roczen's fault. Definitely wasn't Roczen's fault at all. Just wish he could have made it through the whoops there. But I don't know, maybe that was the best of the potential. I hate to say it, but maybe that was the best way he could have came off the bike. Because if he'd have went it, if the bike would have made it to that next section where they were out of that really tight corner after the whoops, they were hitting this little roller and then doing a triple that was actually fucking insane in person. If you saw it, like that was some everything a top level 450 had to jump up over that triple. Talking about torque, power out of the corner, and if you came up short, it was gonna hurt type shit. So I can only imagine if Roczen made it to that next corner, and him being in second place, he would have went for the triple right there. So that could have been a little bit more of a replay of Roczen when he had the elbow arm injury, when he landed right on the face of one of those rhythm jumps. You know, we don't want to replay anything like that, but I'm just telling you right now, I mean, I know it was bad, but like it could have even been worse than that had the bike made it even further. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm telling you right now, it could have actually ended up being worse than that in a sense. If he was on like a certain rhythm jump or something, at least he was able to kind of, the way he bounced off the bike, it was sort of at the end of the whoops, which was good. It's always better to land like more on a flat surface than it is like directly on a whoop or directly on the top of like a rhythm jump phase or something like that. So I guess he did kind of sort of luck out a little bit in that sort of a way, but like that right there, you know, you don't want to be doing something like that. But either way, boys, that's about the news on the Roczen crash.